Hey, what is up guys, it is me Flavio here back with another Clash Royale video, and in this video I'm going to be doing some more battles with my level 1 account. So let's get right into the first battle. We're up against a level 6, and I'm going to start off with a tombstone right here in the center. He's going to go archers in the back, he's going to split archers, so I'm going to use my Valk in the back on the left side. So the Valk is going to get rid of that one archer there, and the other archer is going to get taken out by the right tower. Now I'm going to use my giant skeleton in the back so that I don't leak any elixir. He's going to use a tombstone in the center. The ice wizard won't reach the tombstone, so okay, he's going to use a golem in the back, so I'll use my ice wizard right here in the back to slow down the golem. The ice wizard is also going to get rid of the minions for me, and the bomb's gonna go off and get rid of the skeletons, and it's also gonna do some damage to the golem, which is pretty good. So now I'll use my Inferno Dragon to get rid of the golem, I'll use my Tombstone to pull the golem, I'll use my Valkyrie here to get rid of that Musketeer. The Inferno Dragon unfortunately is gonna get taken out by the Musketeer, but that's okay because I managed to save my Valk and Ice Wizard. He's gonna Fireball, so that's completely gonna shut down my push, and I'm going to use another giant skeleton here in the back. And now let's see what he does. He's going to use another tombstone. I'm going to use my ice wizard behind my giant skeleton. He's probably going to use minions again to counter the giant skeleton, just like he did last time. Okay, he's got baby dragon, so I'll use my Inferno Dragon there to counter the baby dragon. The minions are gonna get taken out by the Ice Wizard. No, not really. So now my Inferno Dragon is gonna get taken out, and I need to use my Valk to defend against. Okay, I'll use my Skeleton Army here because the Skeleton Army will get rid of the Golem as well as the Musketeer, but he uses a Zap, so that got rid of my Skeleton Army, and now I'm gonna Fireball right here to get the Golem as well as the minions. So now I've got an Inferno Dragon and Ice Wizard on the field. I'm going to use my Giant Skeleton here, and I'm also going to log this Tombstone of his. Oops, I missed the skeletons unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm going to use my Ice Wizard here on the right lane to defend against this Musketeer, and I'm also going to add the Valk to add some more pressure. I'm going to use a tombstone. Oops, I misplaced the tombstone. The golem is definitely not going to get pulled by that tombstone. So I'm going to place a Inferno Dragon here in the back. I'll use my giant skeleton to kite the minions, and I'll use another ice wizard here to defend against the minions. I'll use my Valk on the left lane to get rid of the musketeer there, and I'm also going to use a tombstone to pull the golem again. So now I'll use another Inferno Dragon here to get rid of the baby dragon. The bomb's gonna get rid of the Oh, the bomb's not gonna get rid of the minions. That kinda sucks. He's probably gonna use another tombstone here against my giant skeleton. Yes, he does. So now I'm gonna time my log perfectly so that it gets rid of the skeletons as well as the archers, I guess. Yes, and now I can get my Inferno Dragon to lock onto his right tower. And he's going to use his musketeer, but the Inferno Dragon is still going to get a lot of damage on that right tower. But since we have just 2 seconds left, this game is going to end in a draw. So let's give him a good game and let's hop right into another battle. So here we go, we're up against a level 9 now, and I don't have a tombstone to start with, so I'll probably use my giant skeleton in the back, or I'll just wait for him to make a move. And since he's not doing anything, I'll go with a giant skeleton in the back on the right side. He's going to use barbs now, and I don't have much to counter the barbs. I'm going to use my ice wizard here to get rid of the minions. He has level 10 minions, so it's going to be difficult to beat this guy. And now the barbs are actually going to lock onto my tower and do a ton of damage there. So I'll use my This is kind of confusing. I'm gonna use. Okay, I'll just use my Valk in the back because the Ice Wizard is gonna get taken out by the Wizard. Now I have to log the Skeleton Army, and the Valk, I guess, is gonna get rid of the Wizard, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the Valk's gonna get 2 shots, and then the tower's gonna take out the Wizard from me. But unfortunately, the Wizard got 1 shot on my tower, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna use the Tombstone to pull the Hog, but the Hog is still gonna get a few hits on my tower, which kind of sucks. So my left tower is definitely gonna get taken out, and I need to do something, otherwise I'll just lose this game. So okay, so I guess my Giant Skeleton is gonna get taken out by the Spear Goblins if he adds something. No, he's not gonna add anything, so now I'm gonna get the tower as well as the Wizard for the Giant Skeleton bomb, which is pretty good value. And now I'll use an Ice Wizard here in the back because I want to protect this tower. I'll use a log to get rid of the Skeleton army. He's probably gonna rush me with Hog again. I'm gonna use a Valkyr and I'm gonna use a Tombstone here to pull the Hog. So the Hog should not get any hits on the tower if my calculations are correct. And I'm gonna use. Okay, I'll just wait to build up some elixir. He's probably gonna counter with Minion Horde or something. Yeah, he's gonna use his Minion Horde, so I'll just Fireball. And I missed 3 minions, but I got the Barbarians, which is pretty good. And I'll use a Giant Skeleton here to tank. And the Giant Skeleton may die. Yeah, he's definitely gonna die, but he'll get rid of all the troops of my opponent, which is pretty good for me. And now I'll use another Valk on the left side. So I have a left lane push, I have the Inferno Dragon on the right side, which is pretty good for me. And now the Hog again is not going to make it to the tower. I'm going to Fireball the Minion Horde to get rid of all those minions. And let's see what he does now. He's probably going to use his Wizard. Okay, he's going to use Barbs. That's okay, I've got my Ice Wizard here. I'm going to log this right side. And I'm going to use Valkyr to get rid of the Spear Goblins. I'm going to use Tombstone to pull the Hog, and I'm going to use Skeleton Army as well. He's probably going to use his Minion Horde again, so I'll use another Ice Wizard to slow down the Minion Horde. Let's see what he does. Okay, so I'm going to pre-Fireball here, and okay, he's not doing anything about that left lane of his. Oops, I have to use a Valkyr to get rid of the Barbs, and I have to use this, and I gotta use Skeleton Army to kite the Minion. Oops, I messed up there. I was a little late on the Skeleton Army placement, and I just ended up losing the game. I could have won this game if I played more carefully, but anyways, let's get into another game. Okay, so now we're up against a level 8, and I'm gonna start with a Giant Skeleton in the back. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go Giant Skeleton in the back. And he's not going to do anything, so I'll probably add an Ice Wizard once the Giant Skeleton reaches the bridge. Or he might just use Skeleton Army. Oh, he's going to use his Minion Horde, so I'm going to Fireball. Not pre-Fireball. The Hog is going to get taken out without any hits on the tower, and now he has to defend against this Ice Wizard and Skeleton Army. He's going to use his Witch. The Witch, though, is going to get... no. Okay, the Ice Wizard is gonna get locked, is gonna lock onto the tower, and it's gonna do some damage. And now I'll use my Valkyr at the bridge to counter the Witch. And he raged, but that was just a waste of rage because his Witch is gonna get taken out. And now I'll use my Tombstone here in the center, and I'll use an Ice Wizard to counter the Minion Horde. So the Minion Horde is going to get taken out, and now I can counter push by adding a Giant Skeleton in front, but I don't want to do that because then I'll be low on elixir and he can counter push the opposite lane, and that could be dangerous for me. So I'll use an Inferno Dragon in the back to counter this baby dragon of his. And he's going to use his Witch, so I guess I'm going to use my Giant Skeleton here to get rid of the Witch. So the Giant Skeleton should do some damage to the Witch, and he's going to use Skeleton Army. I need to be quick on this log, and yeah, the Giant Skeleton is going to survive. And if he does not do anything about it, okay, it's not going to make it to the tower, but the Inferno Dragon is going to lock onto the tower and do some damage. And I'm going to Fireball the Minion Horde. And now I'm going to use... okay, he just wasted Rage again. And I'm gonna use a tombstone here in the center. He's gonna use his hog, so I'll just use his a ice wizard to slow down the hog. And the hog is gonna get one hit on the tower, but I'll use a giant skeleton in front. I'm gonna use a log here because he's probably gonna use skeleton army. No, he's not. He's got minion horde, so I have to fireball. Hopefully the Inferno Dragon will survive. Yes, it does survive, so now it's gonna lock on. Okay, it's gonna lock on to the prince now, and the prince is gonna get taken out. I'm gonna use a ice wizard here to kite the baby dragon and also to take it out. And I guess I'll use my giant skeleton somewhere here, and I'll use Valkyr. So the Valk and giant skeleton are gonna get rid of the hog. I'm gonna use a fireball here. He's probably gonna rage his minion horde. Okay, he did not rage his minion horde this time, but that's okay. He's probably gonna use skeleton army now to counter the giant skeleton. Yeah, I knew it, but the Valk managed to get rid of the skeleton army, and the giant bomb is gonna make it to the tower, and we just won this game. So there you go. I ended up winning. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.